Hi, welcome back to Gadzuk Films. My name's Dom Zook, and I'm going to be taking a look at the HHR2 hybrid handheld rig from Movo. This is something that was provided to me by Movo for review purposes, so I'm going to check it out and give you guys my thoughts on how it works. So first off, let's take a look at what's inside the box. Pretty straightforward. We have the handles, crossbeam, little rails, and the actual camera mount. Just real quick, this is metal, so it's definitely got some weight to it. It seems to be aluminum, machined aluminum. Pretty thick, there's no flexibility here or anything like that. It's pretty sturdy, so definitely good quality there. The only bits of plastic really are these knobs here for the for tightening. It's pretty straightforward to put it together, but let me go through it real quick here. So first you've got your crossbeam here, and you just put in the rods like so, and then tighten it up. And it just sort of clamps down. You can see how that fits. You've got the screw going through here, and this just sort of clamps down on these. So it has a nice, good, firm grip on them. There's no slippage whatsoever, and you can always just sort of tighten that to however you are comfortable with. Now, the grips, I found you can sort of put them on almost any way that you want. There's a couple of different configurations here. The one that they suggest is to put them sort of pointing up, or rather pointing down like this, and screw them in that way. Again, all these are just really easy screws. It's just finger tightened, so nothing really hard. You don't need any other tools. And now last but not least, we have the camera mount itself. It's pretty much the same forwards and back, so there's not really a chance of going wrong here. You just slide it on the back of your rods and screw it in. So now I've got it put together basically, and you see the way that they sort of describe it in the manual is to have the grips up here. I have it sort of tilted a little bit. I can adjust that real quick. That is one of the nice things about this rig, is it is so quick to update things and fix them to suit your needs. Another way that you could is do a little bit more traditional and have the grips going down, pointing down, more like that. Either way, you're getting a pretty good grip, especially if you have it sort of like this. But let's attach a camera and just sort of see what the weight is like. The one thing that you're not really getting here is there's no sort of third support. Everything is in your arm, so if you're holding things out like this, you're definitely going to start feeling it in your shoulders and in your wrists. It's going to get a little bit heavy depending on the size of the camera that you're using. The other thing I would point out is that the rods are very short. There's certainly not a lot of room here. If you're hoping for a rig that you can attach a lot of audio equipment or lights or monitors and stuff to, this is probably not the kit for you. This is for just quick run and gun, getting a little bit more stabilization with your camera rather than doing it handheld. But let's take a look at it with the camera on, and we'll go from there. there you have it. This is again the HHR2 from Movo. It's their hybrid handheld rig. Again, pretty sturdy, very secure. All of the connections and screws are very tight. Works really well for that. The only sort of complaint that I have is that it is quite heavy, and because it doesn't have a third point of contact for you, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to hold for a long period of time. So if you're doing a lot of running and gunning, doing a lot of, say like working on a convention floor or doing interviews and stuff, and you're sort of holding it out like this, your arms are going to get really tired really fast. It's almost at that point no better than just doing a handheld and being able to hold the camera sort of like this so that you're a little bit closer in. I do suggest if you're going to do something like this, use something, get your elbows into your body so that you at least have a little bit more stability there. What's going to be hard is focusing while you are holding it. Whether you have the grips up or down doesn't really matter, because when you release one of the grips, you're going to definitely move the camera a little bit to start focusing it. When you have a sort of 3 points of contact going on, you can at least nuzzle it together so that it stays secure and stays in one spot while you move the focusing. Beyond that, if you are looking for something that's inexpensive and will sort of get you started with using a rig, this is pretty great. Again, it's super well made, very sturdy. Definitely will last you for any sort of rough and tumble work that you have. So if you have really simple needs, the flexibility of it by moving the grips up and down allow you to get a lot of different shots off, and yeah, it's pretty cool that way. So anyway, again, my name is Dom Zook. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll be back with more reviews another time. Thanks very much. See you later. Bye.